Hey guys, Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana on Thursday, February 3rd. As promised, every week we do a weekly preview of the PWCC Weekly Sunday Auction. This coming Sunday, 4 days from now, that's the auction we're looking at. It closes this Sunday evening. That would be 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, the 6th. So 4 days from now, it's early Thursday morning, February 3rd. We always look at we're going to look at the top 50 cards today. I've gone ahead and I'm going to switch you over here so we can look at it together. But and you'll notice the nice banner at the top that covers up my web browser and all the other needless stuff, so you don't have to see any more of that. So hopefully that's cool and you guys like that new feature. I'm still working on getting my graphics down right and kind of improving the quality of the content from an aesthetic standpoint. But we're going to talk about the top 48 cards today. I've got them pulled up. I've gone ahead. I don't do a lot of prep for this because I want to do it for you guys every single week. But I've done a little bit of prep. I've just kind of gone through the first 48 and I've gone ahead and I've favorited all the ones that I've pulled up in Card Ladder, so we can kind of look at those together and just kind of talk through it. Again, these are sorted. It's basketball only. It's auction number 3. There's actually 2 auctions going on. So auction number 4 is up as well, but auction number 4 will end next Sunday. So for those of you who don't know, PWCC switched from monthly to weekly auctions. So there's always one auction going, and from Thursday to Sunday there's 2 auctions going because it's the last 4 days of one and it's the first 4 days of the next one. So we're looking at the auction that's about to end in 4 days, and we're going to look at the top 48 cards, and it's basketball only, which will be a common theme on my channel. Those of you who watch me know that's what I know, that's what I care about, that's what I'm going to talk about. I've got it sorted in current highest bid. Again, this is going to have no bearing. As you scroll down, you'll see there are some absolute whales in this auction. So these bids are going to change drastically in the next 4 days. So the purpose of this is not really to look at the current bids. They don't really matter that much. What we're looking at is cards of interest, cards that the hobby wants to know about, cards that you guys that subscribe may own or may want to know about, or you may be looking at. If you're bidding in any of this, on any of these, and you don't mind sharing it, comment below and let me know. If any of you guys are sellers of any of these cards, let me know that in the comments as well. We'd love to share it with the viewers and hopefully get your cards some publicity. But I've kind of randomly selected the cards that I'm most interested in, that I think you guys will be as well. So let's get cranking. We'll talk about each one. So card number 1's a banger. As you can see, it's a Contenders Cracked Ice Rookie Auto John Morant. It's Pop 1. It's numbered to 25. It's PSA 10. It's already at 20,500. I don't know what it's going to go for, but it's going to be a big number. Card number 2 is the Topps Chrome Steph Curry. It's a minimum gem, BGS 9.5. Remember, in 2009 Topps Chrome, all of the base Chrome were numbered to 999. So there's not a ton of them going. This one's a little off center, left to right. So that's, probably why the centering's a 9 instead of a 9.5, and that's why it's a minimum gem. If we look it up in Card Ladder, interesting card. It's I've got the graph here. It's trending down over the last 6 months a little bit. Again, a lot of this in BGS, you guys know it has to do with subs. The last 2 sold for 26 and 26. So that's kind of the number you're looking at. That Card Ladder thinks it's maybe 28. We'll see what this one sells for. So that's a card in here that we need to keep an eye on. This card not too long ago, you can see, hit 30,000. So, Steph's been shooting the ball a little bit poorly the last couple weeks. And real quick, I'm going to jump forward here. We've got the PSA 9 as well. So I'm going to just kind of click over. The PSA 9 is right below it. So this will be a great opportunity to see if the ratio or the disparity between PSA 9 and BGS 9.5 holds. The PSA 9 last sold for 17,000, and it's been really consistent. If you look at this, so 17,000 pretty much in December, 16.5, 15.5. So this PSA 9 is actually trending up over the last 6 months, and it really has a lot to do with the first one. So this one's kind of a low sale. So this one's up 40%, but if you look at the BGS 9.5, it's actually down 12%. Again, I think it just hinges more on the first card that they use to calculate the rate of growth or the rate of loss. Going back, the next card, we've got a really cool Magic Johnson, MJ, SP Game Used, numbered to 5, dual, on-card auto, BGS 9. That'll fetch a very high number. Magic's hot right now. Kobe documentary coming out. It's not going to hurt Magic stuff. I'm sure he's going to be prominently featured in it compared to Kobe. At least, hopefully get some great quotes from Magic on Kobe. I know he was very fond of him. Next card in the list is number 225, 2009 Exquisite Steph Curry rookie auto. Not a patch auto, but a rookie auto. BGS 9, that's at 8,500 right now. The next one we've got favorited. I've got an interest in because I own this card. Not this particular card, but I own a copy of this card. This is not mine. Mine's in my set and in my vault for safekeeping. This is the PSA 10 Ultra Scoring Kings Jordan, and for God's sakes, PWCC has the same problem I have. I just can't get a good picture of the card. I mean, this is one of the most electrifying, no pun intended, well, pun intended, cards that Jordan has. It's just really hard to get a nice quality, clean picture. And PWCC is normally fantastic at taking pictures, but something about this card, it always comes out dark on PWCC. I'm not really sure why. But it's a beautiful card in hand. But let's look at the last few sales. So you can see this card's kind of, again, ignore the growth rate because I think that was just a little bit of a peak there. But the card's been consistently 15.6, 17, 16.8, 16, 15.6. So a little downward trend. Card ladder's got the average, the average value at 17,000 for the last 6 sales over the last 6 months. Let's see what this one sells for. I'll be particularly interested in this one as an owner of a copy of it. The Giannis Red Prism 9.5. Super rare card, guys. Pop 56. The last one sold for 8,000, which was a big jump in just 1 month from 4,700 to 8,000. Again, we'd have to, you can go and we can pull up the actual card and we can look at it and see if the subs had something to do with it. And so, yeah, this 4,700 copy was a. This is the 4,700 copy. Whoop, let me see. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Whoa. Let me kill that. Sorry, I clicked on it and it took me out. So the 4,700 copy might have had lower subs than the most recent 8,000 copy. It could be, Gem Plus. I have no idea. That's something for you guys to look at. If you do want to look at it closer, you just click on it and you just go look. The 4,700 had a min gem here. The 8,000 copy, okay, that's what I was worried it took me out. You got to go look at the original listing. We go to the original listing. Boom, we can pull it up. Really the same subs. And so it looks like it's just taking a jump. So this Giannis is on PWCC, ending on Sunday. It's a BGS 9.5, but this one is a true gem. That's a card to watch for the big Giannis collectors out there. If you're building the Prism Rainbow, I'm one of them. The timing is terrible because I'm chasing some other things, but I might have to look at this just because the card doesn't show up that much. If we look at it, how many times is it sold in the last 6 months? 3. So the card just doesn't come up a lot. I will not chase it over comps for sure. So if you're bidding against me, you're not going to catch me going over 8,000, that's for sure. But I do need the card. Next, you got a Lebron Gold 2004 Topps Chrome. Those were numbered to 99. BGS 8. Grade's not great, but we know the card is massive. We know gold is hot, even numbered to 99 and numbered to 50 gold from back in the day. Next card we've got pulled up because we want to look to see what it sells for is the 87 Fleer sticker. This card's about a $37,000 card. So like I said, you can ignore this bid of $6,000. That's completely and totally irrelevant. The card's going to go for significantly more than that. I do want to see what this card goes for. It's about a $37,000, $38,000 card. If you go back 2 years, you can see this card spiked at over $75,000. I'd hate to be the guy that paid twice what the card's worth today. I feel terrible for people who bought in February and March, especially monster cards, because some of those people have taken a terrible hit. This is an example of that. But again, if you bought back in 2020, you're up 200%. So, there's two sides to every coin. We've got the BGS 9. I'll be interested in this. I'm going to put a star on it. We're not going to go look in card ladder at every 86 Fleer Jordan because there's too many of them. I've actually got 3 copies of this card for sale on eBay right now. I think I'm going to end up yanking 2 of them and putting them in a trade for a big card that I'm chasing. I rarely trade Jordan cards for non-Jordan cards, but that might be the situation just given the scarcity of the card that I'm trying to get in trade. Hopefully I'll do a video on that trade coming up soon. I've got my 3 listed on eBay right now for $16,000 OBO. I've gotten some offers in the 14,000s. You know, it just depends on the subs again with all your BGS cards. But I look for this card to go somewhere between 14 and 16,000 with the buyer's premium. You got a LeBron Kaboom coming up. I'm not a big Kaboom guy, but I know the world is. And if there's a Kaboom that I would get, this one's pretty gorgeous. This little cartoony LeBron at least is in a good action pose. It's a really cool looking card. Pop 14. We know the Kabooms are case hits, so they're pretty rare. Kobe Apparitions Refractor, big card, great insert set from the 1998 Topps Chrome. We know Jordan's in that set, and so that kind of gives that set a little boost because there's so much attention paid to it. So any insert sets in the 90s with Jordan and Kobe is gonna be a pretty popular card, guys. We'll keep an eye on that one. We've got an NBA Gold Topps Chrome sticker. It looks to me kind of like it's greening, but whatever. It's an NBA Gold sticker. And it is a PSA 10. We've got this one pulled up in Card Ladder. This card's been consistently dropping. I'm not sure why. I don't collect Kobe. If you guys have watched me, you know that. Obviously, I respect his card and his card market and all the great collectors out there who do have incredible Kobe collections. He's one of the most collectible players and most collected players in the hobby. But this card's been on a pretty steady downward trend, believe it or not. Again, 832 used to be low pop. Now the hobby thinks it's high pop. You know, it is what it is. I guess base is cancer. You know, nobody wants to touch base cards regardless. It's less than 1,000 for one of the, top 10 players of all time. Anyway, the last three cards, last four sales have all been down. 10,000, let's see, 10,000, 10,000, 9,800, 9,200, 8,500. Let's see where this one ends. Card Ladder's got the predicted value at 84.57. I've got it starred. This one has a gold sticker, so it might be, it's likely going to bump the trend. It's going to buck the trend. It's going to go for more than the last one sold for. That's almost certain because of that sticker. People love that gold sticker. We made fun of this stuff about a year ago, but apparently the gold sticker is here to stay, and people do care about it for whatever reason. Might be worth looking at putting a gold sticker on all your big cards, fellas. The next card in line is the Jordan Noise Boys PSA 9. I'm interested in this one. I own the Jordan Noise Boys PSA 10, which is one of my bigger cards in my collection. And this one looks to be about an $8,000 card, so pretty close to the Kobe 96 Topps Chrome. I would rather have this card than the Kobe 96 Topps Chrome rookie, whether it has an NBA sticker or not. So this would be a cool comparison to look at these two cards right here that you see on the screen and see which one wins. One's Pop 832 and one of them is Pop 46 with 23 PSA 10s graded higher. So I don't know, as the PSA 10s of these rare Jordan inserts and the most popular Jordan inserts kind of get tucked away in collections, I just kind of feel there's going to be a run on the PSA 9s and the BGS 9s. I don't know why. I just get that feeling. I get the feeling that more and more of the PSA 10s and the BGS 9.5 Jordan rare inserts like this, Noise Boys, are going into collections and not coming out. Maybe it's going to take a few years to bear that out, but that's just the feeling I get. Next, we got a 2009 Topps Curry Prestige Draft Class Rookie Auto. Really cool patch, numbered to 125, BGS 9.5, minimum gem, not a minimum gem. It's got a surface 10 and centering 9. Next, another card I'm interested in because I own a copy of this card. BGS 10. 98.99 East-West Refractor. We've got it pulled up here. Sorry, that's the PSA 10. There's the BGS 10. Card Ladder's got it at a $10,000 card. The last one sold just a few weeks ago for $10,500. You can see it's not as rare. It's not as low pop as you would think. There's 25 of these BGS 10s out there. How many PSA 10s are there? There's 80 PSA 10s, so you're looking at about 100 between BGS and PSA 10. But the BGS 10, it looks to go for about $10,100. The last PSA 10 sold for $10,100. In my opinion, that means the BGS 10's undervalued. I would be shocked if this card didn't go for $12,000. That's just me, but there is one problem with that. I'm going to scroll down. There's another BGS 10 of the exact same card with the exact same subs right below it, different serial number, exact same subs, exact same card. You know, they're both the Topps East-West refractors. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Both BGS 10 pristine. So 2 of the 25 in existence are going in the same weekly auction. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm not sure if that's a PWCC oversight. As a seller, I'm not sure I like that. If I was the seller of one of these copies, maybe we'll hear more about that in the future, and that'll be on some other shows. But that would concern me as the seller, that you're not going to get the true reward and the true value because there's 2 copies on there. So it's going to bring, you're going to need a few extra sets of eyes to get your fair market value. We got 2 Bird Magic 1980 Topps rookies, an SGC 8.5 and then a BVG 9. Which one do you think will go higher out of these 2? I'm going to go with the the BVG 9. I personally, I'd get this out of this slab. I would have cracked and not cracked and resub, but I would have subbed this to PSA and just give me a PSA grade, or send it to BGS and give me a BGS grade. I don't think people love these BVG slabs. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment below if you like the BVG. But me personally, I think people want to see this card in a PSA slab, or at the very least a BGS slab. BVG on a 1980 Topps card, no good for me. That's just my opinion. We've got the Hot Shots BGS 9 Jordan. I own this card in a 9.5, so I am interested. I'm going to star it. I want to know what it sells for and what bearing that has on my copy. So I'm just going to click a star, but we're not going to look at the value. You got a really cool PSA 10 Bowman's Best Refractor. For some reason, people don't love Bowman's Best. I don't know why, but this is an atomic refractor. It is pop 14, a very rare card. This card does pop in hand. All the atomic refractors are really cool. It's almost like a hyper. It's almost like a hyper and a silver combined. It's hard to describe, but the atomic refractors were super popular in the 90s, and this is another copy of one in a perfect PSA 10 condition for Jordan. So I'm sure that card's going to go for a lot more than that number right there. The next card we have pulled up on Card Ladder, I also have an interest in. I own a copy of this as well. It's the Ultra Star Power Supreme PSA 9. Mine's the exact same grade. Last one sold for $6,300, coming off a $9,000 sale. There was some talk that there might have been some kind of, I don't want to say defect, but I don't know. A lot of people were mentioning they think that this card that sold on January 30th, just a few days ago, was overgraded because of some kind of nick up here or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really pay too much attention. I didn't catch it, but you know, if we look at this card over the last 2 years, only 2 have sold. It's a pop 22. This Jordan insert is a monster. I just did an Explore the Card episode on this exact card, so go back and check it out, guys. Go to my playlist, go to Explore the Card. I do a deep dive into Jordan inserts every Friday, in case you didn't know. If you love Jordan inserts and you want to learn more about them, just start on episode 1 and start watching. I promise you the video and my quality of presentation gets better every episode. So forgive the first few episodes. They were rudimentary, like a caveman speaking with an echo with an iPhone pointed at his screen. So hopefully I've taken a few steps forward. The next card we'll look at, 97 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor PSA 10. So we got the 96 here. We got the 97 here. I think that's probably the same seller if I had to guess. This is totally conjecture. I would guess that he's probably looking for somebody out there who doesn't have those and wants to take this opportunity to pair those cards together. Pairings are a big deal. If you're on Instagram like I am and you spend tons of time on there, how cool is it to see when people pair cards that kind of just make sense together? You know, like Prism Rainbows or complete sets, or for instance, in this case, Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor 96 and 97, both PSA 10. That's kind of a pairing that would really present well on Instagram. And let's face it, everybody loves to post their cards on Instagram and put neat little combinations together. You know, some people pair Kobe and Jordan, same card, same year, same grade, you know, just different stuff like that. We've got a very, the rare occasion where we've got a raw card here. I think the deal with PWCC is they only sell raw cards if they've got the original Panini sticker on the slab, and it was like an encased card that came in the pack, and I think that's the situation here. So you got the impeccable canvas from 2019, numbered to 15, really clean Kobe auto, wearing the number 8. What do we have next? The BGS 8.5. I am sad to say I no longer own any copies in this grade. I've actually liquidated a bunch of my Jordans to consolidate my collection and move on to some bigger cards. We got a Kobe Topps Chrome PSA 10. So this will be a good combination. Where's my other Kobe? No, where'd it go? I thought we looked it up somewhere up here. There it is. So we've got the PSA 10 with the Mike Baker gold sticker, and then we've got another PSA 10. Let's see what that Mike Baker sticker is worth, because honestly, the cards look the same. Again, I don't own this card because I don't collect Kobe, but I don't own any 96 Topps Chrome cards because honestly, they all look green to me, which sucks because it's one of the greatest rookie classes ever, and I'd love to get into it, but the hulking, as they call it in the hobby, or the greening of the card, for those of you who don't know, is this 96 Topps Chrome year especially, the cards change colors. So they came out of the pack super colorful back in the 90s, and like they just popped. This is the first year of Topps Chrome, but over time, it seems like some of them turned green to where, it looks like Kobe's wearing a green Lakers uniform instead of a vibrant, bright yellow one in this next picture. So let's see what that Mike Baker gold premium sticker here that you can see on the screen. For those of you who don't know it, I don't have time to explain it. Go Google it. But it's like a deal where this guy's company grades the grader. So we'll see. One has the sticker, one doesn't. We'll see where those finals end and go back and look at that. We'll look at that. Remember, every Monday I do a recap of the top 100 sales. Those cards will be in the top 100. And so we'll go back and I might not get through 100, but maybe it'll be 50. But we'll go back and we'll look and see what that Mike Baker gold sticker premium was worth and review that. Here we go. Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row 2, numbered to 99. Kobe Bryant, minimum gem. An unbelievably badass Magic Johnson Pop 1 810 auto. Sick Lakers patch. I don't own any Magic Johnson patch autographs, and I don't own any exquisites, but this sucker right here pops. Okay, this is one of those cards where you say buy the card, not the grade. Nobody gives a shit about a PSA 8 when you're talking about exquisite collection. You just want a card like this in a BGS or a PSA slab, and then my goodness, that is one of the coolest patch autos. Of all the cards we've looked at, that's the card that I think actually looks the best. That's not the card I want the most, but it looks the best in hand. That's a really cool card. And reminder, it's a Pop 1, and it is serial numbered to 50 from the fantastic Upper Deck Exquisite Collection product. And here we go, guys. Another Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor PSA 10. Somebody's liquidating their Atomic Refractors. Again, I don't know, but I'm assuming it could be the same seller selling all three of them. That's three of them there. So now your pairing just became a trio if you're looking to get into it. You got your 1998 Skybox Premium Soul of the Game. A nice kind of mid-end Jordan insert here. You can see the last two have sold for $62.50 and $55.20 in the last 6 months for an average of $5,800. Let's see if this PWCC Weekly Sunday Auction does its job and this thing can get to the 6,000 number. That's a card to keep an eye on. That's a really good looking card, y'all. I want to see what the population is. Still a Pop 51. For a Pop 51 card, PSA 10, man, it just seems like, and look, maybe, let's see, 3 have been added since April. I don't know, maybe people are thinking there's more of them. How many BGS 9.5s? 79. So there's about 120 of these total out there in gem condition between the big two graders. That's just a really cool card. I own it. I'm trying to remember. I think I own a PSA 10. I might own a BGS 9.5. So I've got that favorited. I want to see what that sells for. Here's a really cool Kobe Black Label. That just looks awesome to me. I don't collect Kobe, but that's a really cool one. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, if it's a Black Label 10, that means all 4 subgrades are perfect 10s. If it's just a BGS Gold Label 10, that means there's one 9.5 subgrade. Next card, a Kobe Magic Dual Autograph. 10 auto grade, 9 grade. I hate that SGC does these backwards. BGS does card grade here, auto grade here. This one's backwards, but it's a 9, I would say 9-10 autograph because I think that's the order that the hobby likes to say it. Numbered 24, Kobe's jersey number. Out, and you can see JSY, so PWCC noted that. 24 out of 25, SGC 9, Pop 1 of 1. There's no 10s out there in SGC, not surprisingly, because people would grade this mostly in a PSA or BGS. Next card is the often talked about, often critiqued Kevin Durant Topps Chrome rookie card. It's a quad, true quad gem. Let's go look this card up in Card Ladder. This card's been up and down, and that's a pretty big swing. So it's, 8,000, 11,000, 9,000, 11,400, 8,500, 12,500. If we look at the last, let's look at the last 3 months. The card, despite the fact that that Durant is out with an injury, For whatever reason, the card's going up. People today would say, oh, that's a high pop 388. That's not a high pop. When Durant retires, he's going to retire as, again, I'm not the biggest Durant fan, but I'm not naive. He's going to retire. If he retired tomorrow, he's a top 12 player of all time, in my opinion. He scores it easier than any player in NBA history, except Wilt Chamberlain. He scores it even easier than Jordan. He plays an effortless game. One of the greatest, most gifted, talented offensive players of all time, whether you like him or not. The last one did take a jump here to 10.5, which is the highest sale, in the last 3 months. Let's see where this one ends in the PWCC Weekly Auction. We'll find out on Sunday. Bowman Chrome Durant, PSA 10, Refractor, a Kobe Noise Boys. So just like the Jordan Noise Boys, we got the Kobe Noise Boys. PSA 10. I'm going to see if I plugged this one in. I think I did. Yeah, I did. So $14,000 card, guys. What did we have? The Jordan Noise Boys 9. This is a good comparison. Where did I put that sucker? There he is. Would you rather have, you can almost get 2 Jordan 9s for 1 Kobe 10. The Kobe 10 has a huge premium because it's a PSA 10, number one, and number two, there's only 19. So this is a pop 19 card. If you look at the last 2 years, it's only sold 3 times. This is a rare piece. If you're a Kobe collector, you probably don't have it because there's only 19 in the world. And if you want it, you may want to jump on it. I'm not sure where this one's going. So it went from 24.25 almost exactly 2 years ago to 8,800 7 months after that. About 18 months ago. Then the last one sold a couple weeks ago, or I guess, yeah, about right a couple of weeks ago for 14.4. I think this one's going to take a jump. I think it's really going to take a big jump. I would be surprised if this doesn't go over 15,000. This will be fun to revisit this one on Monday. This is a big card. This is a rare card. Obviously, none have been added to PSA. How many BGS 9.5s are out there? 33. Has that pop gone up? Yeah, that pop's gone up 1. So between BGS 9.5 and PSA, it's going up 1 over the last, 9-10 months. Big card, guys. That'll be a fun one to keep an eye on. Jordan Fleer Living Legends. Card Ladder doesn't have this in there. I was really surprised. But what we can do is utilize the Card Ladder sales feature, handy dandy. So I've plugged that in. We can look at the last one. 2 weeks ago, this card sold. 3 weeks ago, maybe, for $2,040. It'll be interesting to see where this one goes. I'm going to tell you right now, this card's going for more than $2,040. I didn't pull it up, but this is a very low pop card. It's not a rare pack odds card. I think it's like 1 in every 2 or 6 packs or something. And there's only, I think, 6 in the set. It's like Jordan, Bird, Dominique, I think Ewing and Barkley. I'm guessing here. I'm not sure, and maybe Olajuwon. I don't recall, but it's only like 5 or 6 guys in the entire insert set, so it's not a hard card to pull. But there's a manufactured scarcity to this card because of the texture and the surface, as well as 4 black edges, 4 black corners on the front. Same thing on the back. Just a really hard card to find in PSA 10 condition. So the last one sold for $2,000. The one before that sold about 3 months ago for $3,500. And then you can see another one sold in April just after the spike for $3,083. Next card we've got, that's one I'm keeping an eye on. I own that card in PSA 10 condition, so I'm very interested to see where this one sells. I think it's going to take a jump. It's definitely going over 2,000. I would be astonished if it didn't. Another Atomic Refractor, Bowman's Best Picks. This is actually a Kobe die cut Atomic Refractor rookie. True gem mint. This card's going to go for big numbers, way higher than that 1850, I can assure you. There's a Jordan Gold SGC 10, numbered to 50, pristine. If you haven't seen this product, or you've never ripped this product, or you didn't see it when it came out in 2002, sorry, I said 2003. In 2002, this was an awesome product to open. It's one of the first ones that I recall opening where they actually had an encased card in the box. So when you pulled the card out, it was in, the snap down kind of, not snap down, but you know what I mean, the encased, the 2-piece holder. The next card, I just posted on Instagram today. I just picked this card up from a hobby collector friend of mine who was in a group chat with me. I got the PSA 10 copy. I have got this one starred for sure because I want to know what the BGS 9.5 sells for. It's always of interest to me if I've got a card in, the other gem mint grade. If I own a 9.5, I don't want to know what the PSA 10 sells for, and vice versa. So your Ultra Stars Gold, for those of you who don't know, the PSA 10, I think, is a pop 19. Really rare card. This is the BGS 9.5. We've got the Jordan jersey from 1998 in an SGC 7.5. This is just me. I don't mean to shit on anybody's card or decisions, but I wouldn't put this in an SGC slab. I just think most of the collectors that would be interested in a card like this would want it in PSA or BGS. That's just me. Maybe somebody will buy it, crack it, and redo it. Or maybe there's just an SGC Jordan collector out there that will pay a premium for a card that's already in an SGC. So we'll see how this one does. This is a great Jordan card, y'all. All of those 3 years of Jordan jersey cards are just really cool looking cards. I really love the design that Upper Deck had on those cards. We're getting towards the end here. Triple auto. Number to 25, Kobe, Magic, and Kareem. 3 of the greatest Lakers of all time. Other guys we're forgetting, LeBron recently, obviously, but Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West would all have something to say. But certainly 3 of the 6 best Lakers of all time. We've got a Jason Tatum 10-10 Panini Contenders autograph. Pop 1 of 3, numbered to 125. That card is a whopper. That's going to go for a bunch. I know there's a lot of big high-end Tatum collectors out there. I think his cards are a little bit too steep in comparison to Jaylen Brown. I'm always hyping Jaylen Brown and down in Tatum. Tatum's obviously a fantastic talent. I just wish they'd split those 2 guys. I think if you split those 2 guys, you'd see both of them flourish and thrive, and their careers would be fun to watch. Just like we're watching Doncic versus Trey, Ja versus Zion. I think if you could split Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, that'd be an even more interesting career path to watch. The 99, I'm not familiar with this card, but man, it's a really good looking card. 99 Hoops, it's actually Hoops Skybox. Kobe Bryant, Pure Players, numbered to 100. Pop 1 of 6. Not a lot of those out there. If you're a Kobe collector, it's got the serial number down here on the bottom left in red, which just kind of matches the colors on here. Really cool Kobe card. I don't know much about it. This one I put a star on because it's authentic altered. And for those of you who are familiar with this card, I'm not an expert on Jordan fakes and real or altered or not altered, but I've seen enough Jordan cards to know these left and right borders, it ain't working. They should have kept altering it, and they should have altered the top to shorten that one as well, because it's clearly off center top to bottom. This card is not going to do well. It's not. And again, I apologize if any of my friends or any potential subscribers, I hope I don't lose subscribers, but I don't think this card's going to do well. It's clearly altered left to right because those borders can't both be that thin. And they should have altered the top because that's the one that's really the concern. So it was a bad alteration job is what I'm getting at. Nevertheless, it is real. It looks like it has a little crease here. It's got some white on all the corners as well. So who knows what it even would have graded at if it wasn't altered. I don't know. Let's see what that one does. I've got it starred just because it's something that I'm going to talk about probably when we do the recap on Monday. Don't forget, every Monday we do a recap of, I'm going to try to get through the top 50 sales, depending on how long I can talk and how long you guys want to watch. And I really, you know what? Comment if you want me to go through the top 50 or the top 100. Some of you guys may think I'll talk too long and the videos are too long. Some of you guys may say more, give me more. Just comment below. I'm going to give you guys what you want. I think top 50 for this week we'll recap on Monday. And then obviously remember Monday I go through 5 cards that I think were sold at a discount that were great purchases by the buyer. I call it my top 5 steals. It doesn't necessarily mean they were stolen. It just means that I would have bought them at that price had I known they were going to sell for that price. Next row, and it's the very last row, we've got our staple of the hobby of the ultra modern, the picture of ultra modern prism collecting. This got a PSA 10. It is off center. I don't know how it got a 10. I've got better copies of this card. If you look at the space between the third row of dots on the left and the right, it's clearly off center this way, left to right. But it did get a 10. I don't think this card's going to do fantastic. In fact, this card is on the decline, and I can only attribute it to one thing, that right there, 2104, the population. You can see just since April, this card's gone from 2,035. It's gone up, 70 in population almost just since April. So it's still going. I don't know where this card's going to get to. I'm sure there's still some at PSA, probably 2,500, maybe 3,000 one day in the not too distant future. But look at what this card's done just in the last 3 months. This is a travesty. I get it. It's 2104, but I'm telling you, in the year 2032, 10 years from now, there's going to be a lot of people in this world that want to have this card. 2104 is not a lot. Again, I don't know. I think the pendulum has swung too far, and people are too harshly penalizing base cards and silver cards right now. I get it. It's not the rarest thing. Everybody wants serial numbered or RPAs or golds or whatever. I get it. But at some point, those are not available, and the demand for Doncic PSA 10 silvers 10 years from now, if he does what the world thinks he does and what I know him to be capable of doing, dude may have a couple MVPs, may have a couple rings. Was the price built in? Sure. I mean, look at what the stupid card got to. I mean, let's look at 2 years. I mean, hell, the card got to almost $9,000. That's too high. I'm starting to think maybe $2,700 might be too low for only a pop 2104. And again, I'm certainly conscious of pop numbers, but anyway, it'll be interesting to see. I'm guessing this card's not going to do too well because it's not perfectly centered. But let's see. If we go look at just let's look at the last 2 weeks. The card sold 21 times. The average is 2,900. So let's see if this card can push 3,000. Doncic is on fire. The Mavericks are somehow winning when I don't really think he's got the greatest teammates in the world. But let's keep an eye on that card. That's always a fun one to look at because it's kind of indicative of the ultra-modern hobby collector and what they're thinking and where cards are going. The 98 Skybox Thunder Noise Boys. So I think, didn't we see it? Yeah, we saw a Kobe PSA 10 somewhere up here. Where was it? Right there. Here's the PSA 9. Big disparity between 9 and 10. You know, this card's a $4,000 card. Let's see if it goes around $4,000 or $5,000. The PSA 10, as we saw, is a pop 19. And that one went 14.4 last. It's probably going to push more than that, in my opinion. So let's see what the PSA 9 does. PSA 9 and 10 combined is, what is that? 46. Still only a pop 46. That's pretty rare. So we'll star that one. We want to keep an eye on that. Next one's a big card. 2009, low-end product, prestige, but probably a high-end card because it's serial numbered to 100, and it is BGS 1010. They didn't put the population on here, but I can't believe there's very many 1010s on here. The only 9.5 subgrades, edges. Next and last card, a product I know absolutely nothing about. 2012 Momentum, Monumental Marks Blue, Kobe. It's got a 10 centering and it's got a 9 corners. Other than that, it's 9.5. It's pop 4. It's BGS 9.5. That is card number 48. And so that's where we'll kill it here today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy these previews. It just kind of gives you an idea of what to look at. Again, remember, there could be cards from page 2 or even page 3 that just don't have a high bid yet, that didn't sneak in here. But the problem is, if I keep going down pages, A, I'm going to lose my voice. B, I'm not going to be able to make other videos. And C, this video is going to be 2 hours long, which I don't want to do on a preview. I'd rather spend more time on the recap because those provide comps and establish what cards are worth. So anyway, again, hope you guys keep an eye on the PWCC Weekly Auctions. It's a great opportunity for buyers and sellers. We've had mixed results. We've had some cards set records. We've had some cards sell for significantly below what they should. I actually have had cards in both of the first 2 auctions, and I also had mixed results. I had some cards sell for under comps, and I even had some cards where my net after the PWCC fees, right? Well, not fees, but my net take on a card was actually higher than the highest comp ever on a card. So I've had mixed results. If you've got a card that's not going to fly under the radar, you've got a card that's, low to mid end, 5,000 or more, you're going to do pretty well in the PWCC Weekly Auction. And there's no hassle of listing with eBay or buyers or returns or problems. If you've got a card that's probably under $200 in value, I'm not sure PWCC Weekly Auction is the option for you yet. I'm hoping it gets there one day because I've got a lot. I'd like to just click a button and move them over and let PWCC do the work for me. When we can get more eyes on the PWCC Weekly Auctions and educate the hobby more and get more, eyeballs on this, I think those low-end cards will sell for more. Right now, if you're looking to buy and stock up, like if you're prospecting and you're looking to stock up on, $100 to $250 cards of a prospect that you're buying, or some high grade Jordan base, that are in the $100 to $300 range, great opportunity. You should definitely tune in. Go do your search. Just go to the up here to the weekly auction tab. Go to current auction live. Kill your filter, remove all your filters, and then, you can obviously put it filter just basketball, which is what I would do. And then you just plug in here. Like if you want to just see Jordan PSA 10s, real easy. Let me put Michael because it may pull, I don't want it to pull other sports. So we'll put in Michael Jordan PSA 10. There you go. There's 98 of them. Right? And these are the exact types of cards that I'm talking about. These cards have been going under value in PWCC weekly auctions. So if you're just looking to check boxes, oh, sorry, I don't have you on picture in picture. Sorry, let me pull you over here. So I just searched Michael Jordan PSA 10, as you can see on my screen. Sorry about that. Pulled it up. Here's the sticker that we looked at from 87 that's going to go for a ton of money. It'll be top 10 probably in the auction. But here's the types of cards that I'm talking about. Your base cards from the early 90s, late 80s. You've got, these types of cards, the Sam Vincent with the Michael Jordan wearing the number 12, the only card that I know of where he's wearing 12. These cards have been going under comps. I'm going to hit this one because I don't have it. So if you're just looking to check boxes and put Michael Jordan PSA 10 cards in your collection, right now the current bid is 19. Go hop on and bid 70 or 45 or whatever the hell is half of comps. It's worth it just to try to steal one. Maybe you'll appear in my video on Monday with the top 5 steals, but this is just an example of some of the cards that are kind of going under value, in my opinion. And so I've been taking the opportunity to, I'm selling in that auction, but I'm also buying. In these PWCC auctions because I think the low end is where you're getting discounts. The high end, you're getting great value and you're getting quality sales. So for both of those reasons, I think right now the PWCC auction's a great opportunity for buyers and sellers, depending on what it is you're listing and what it is you're looking to buy. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Keep collecting, stay positive, and peace.